Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Brits who failed to crack America.
They don't understand me because they don't know why I'm here.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at famous faces from the UK who attempted and failed to make it big in the United States. Which of these stars do you think should have succeeded? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Matt Lucas and David WALLIAMS.
So one day, you can all tell your grandkids that you met Bing Gordon, the 8th man on the moon.
Thank you, Bing. I'm sure we will.
Little Britain absolutely dominated the ratings back during its original run, but maybe the hype got to their heads a little. WALLIAMS and Lucas attempted to find more success in America with the launch of Little Britain USA, which was already an awkward title for people to get their heads around.
Danielle's gonna have her tonsils removed.
I've got her down for a double hip replacement.
As expected, the uniquely British sense of humour did not appeal to Americans, and the show failed to find its audience. Fortunately for Lucas, he's managed to find some minor Hollywood roles, such as in Bridesmaids, years later.
Okay, well, that's about all we've got time for, so if you'd like to waddle out of the room, and we'll see you all next week. Cheerio!
Number 9, Ainsley Harriott.
Ready, steady, cook.
The Ready Steady Cook star was a household name throughout the 90s, so a big American breakthrough seemed to be in the cards. In 2000, he got his chance with The Ainsley Harriott Show, which doubled as both a cooking and chat show.
It's time to get cooking with Ainsley. Oh, let's talk in the kitchen, you'll see.
Sadly, it didn't work out, but he got his second chance with the American version of Ready Steady Cook, which also didn't last too long. Ainsley was reportedly heartbroken at the cancellation of his talk show. However, he did find sort of a cult following around the world after H3H3's comedic edit of one of his clips.
And a good sprig of fresh thyme.
Number 8, Michelle Ryan. A soap opera star making it big in the USA isn't unheard of. After all, Emmerdale brought us Jenna Coleman. So how did it fare for EastEnders star Michelle Ryan?
I'm leaving.
Oh, no.
What? I'm leaving. Walford.
Well, not quite as well. She got herself a starring role in the reboot of Bionic Woman, which aired on one of the biggest channels in the US.
While we're on the subject, why are you with me?
You're not entirely uncharming.
The show had a largely negative critical reception, and it was hemorrhaging viewers with each passing episode. NBC decided to cut their losses and cancelled the show for good.
I couldn't bear to lose you.
Number 7, Paul McGann. This one's also heartbreaking because it really should have worked out. In 1996, Doctor Who was briefly revived in collaboration with Universal Studios. The man taking the iconic title of The Doctor would be Paul McGann, who had earlier found a following in films like Withnail and I. McGann proved to be a solid choice for the character, but unfortunately, by American standards, the ratings when the film aired on Fox were fairly poor, and they decided not to continue the series further.
I love humans. All of us seeing patterns in things that aren't there.
Number 6, Kelly Brook. You'd think this multi-talented lady would have had it made in 2015 when she found herself a part on the American sitcom One Big Happy.
I so admire women who can't find partners having babies all on their own.
It was, in fact, produced by media overlord Ellen DeGeneres, so what could possibly go wrong? Well, nobody watched it. With only 6 episodes to build an audience and poor review scores from the critics, it simply wasn't meant to be. Kelly came home and sat on the panel of Loose Women for a while instead. Number 5, Jamie Oliver. Inside this man, there are 2 Jamie Olivers. There's the lovable everyman who teaches you how to cook without all the fancy nonsense, and then there's the bloke who talks down to you and lectures you about eating unhealthy. Guess which one they sent to America?
Everyone can do better.
This may shock you, but Jamie Oliver's Food Revolution did decently in the US, prompting them to renew it for a second season.
I'm here to start a revolution.
The biggest food revolution this country's ever seen.
But it seems like Americans, much like us, did not take well to being nagged at, and that the ratings were atrocious. The show was cancelled after just 2 episodes aired.
They don't understand me because they don't know why I'm here.
Number 4, Cheryl. This one remains a bit of a mystery. Cheryl, who is perhaps best known for her time in the pop band Girls Aloud, has had a pretty solid career. She served as a judge on X Factor for a number of years, but did you know she also worked on the American version?
Coming to find a star in America, for me, is one of the most exciting things ever.
Well, that might be an exaggeration, because after just 3 weeks on the show, poof, she was gone.
I didn't love the audition as much as your reason.
She was allegedly fired from the show by Simon Cowell, as she didn't seem to gel well. Number 3, Anton Deck.
Deck! You have a DNA cousin match.
We're honestly not surprised with this one. Yes, we all love those 2 Geordie hosts, but maybe that's because we grew up with them. Americans simply don't have that connection.
I am a Spanish teacher.
Ah, que trabajo interesante es una gran manera de ganar una vida.
Sí.
Didn't stop them from trying though, as in 2008, they were flown over to host the game show Wanna Bet. Yanks just weren't into it.
Now, remember, don't try this at home. Mike is a trained professional head kicker.
Ratings were poor, and the show was cancelled after just 1 season. Ah well, not like they're gonna have trouble finding work at home, right? Number 2, Mary Berry. Bless her heart, she's a national treasure. You'd think with the Great British Bake Off doing incredibly well in the States, that the American public would be gagging for more Berry goodness.
The chicken is overcooked.
The Great American Bake Off was launched with Mary taking a similar role in it as the one in GMB, but it had a lot of trouble finding its legs. The show was labelled a flop, surprisingly, with many Americans just finding the British version that much more endearing. The show continued to air, but Mary was replaced with Paul Hollywood in an attempt to bring in higher ratings.
That's really nice.
Number 1, Robbie Williams. You honestly could not name a bigger singing superstar in the late 90s and early 2000s than Robbie Williams. He had the entirety of Britain and Europe singing along to his hits like Rock DJ and Millennium. Many thought he'd follow in the footsteps of British singers like the Spice Girls and conquer America too.
No, I'm quite happy with how things go. And tell you the truth, I'm just doing a few television shows, so...
But sadly, the highest his tracks ever reached on the Billboard was number 41 with Angels. His attempts got so desperate that he even tried his luck with a song titled Break America. It did not. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.